everyone, today we'll learn new system in our body, digestive system. In this chapter, you are required to master the composition and function of the digestive system. Composition. The digestive system consists of digestive tract and digestive glands. The digestive tract include the oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. The small intestine can be divided into duodenum, jejunum, and ileum. The superior digestive tract can be divided into oral cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, and duodenum. The inferior digestive tract can be divided into jejunum, ileum, and large intestine. The digestive glands can be divided into major digestive glands and small digestive glands. The major digestive glands include the salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. The small digestive glands locate in the wall of the digestive tract. We can deepen our impression through this picture: mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, duodenum, jejunum, ileum, large intestine, major salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. First, let's talk about the oral cavity. It consists of two parts, the oral vestibule and the intrinsic oral cavity. Boundaries. The anterior wall is the upper and lower lips. The posterior boundary communicates with the pharynx through the pharyngeal isthmus. The upper wall is the palate, the lower wall is the oral floor, and the lateral wall is the cheek. Now let's talk about the palate. It has two parts, the hard palate and the soft palate. The hard palate locates in the anterior two-thirds of the palate. The soft palate locates in the posterior one-third of the palate. There are three main structures in the soft palate: palatal lobe, palatoglossal arch, and palatopharyngeal arch. Isthmus of Fauces. It is surrounded by the palatal lobe, fore edge of the velum, palatoglossal arch on both sides, palatopharyngeal arch, and base of the tongue. It is the boundary of the oral cavity and pharynx, as well as the narrow part between the oral carynx and the pharynx. We can deepen our impression through this picture. In this picture, we can see hard palate, soft palate, palatopharyngeal arch, and palatoglossal arch. Then let's talk about the teeth. General features. It has two sets, the deciduous teeth and permanent teeth. The tooth function. Tooth has the function of mechanical processing, chewing food, and assisting pronunciation. There are a total number of 20 deciduous teeth in our body, 10 teeth in each mandibular and maxillary arch, and they are divided into central incisors, lateral incisors, canines, first molars, and second molars. We can deepen our impression through this picture. There are a total number of 32 permanent teeth in adults, 16 in each mandibular and maxillary arch, and they are divided into incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Now let's talk about the types of the permanent teeth. Incisors, one root; canines, one root; premolars, one or two roots; and molars has two or three roots. According to the shape, each tooth consists of three parts: crown, neck, and root. The crown is the portion that is exposed in the oral cavity, and its inner cavity is called the crown cavity. The neck is a thin part between the crown and the root. The root is the embedded part in the upper and lower sockets, and its inner cavity is called the root canal, which communicates with the crown cavity and has a fine apical foramen at the end of the tube. The dental tissues can be divided into dentin, enamel, cementum, and pulp. First, dentin. Dentin is a yellowish-white tissue that forms the bulk of the tooth. Second, enamel is a hard, brittle white tissue that covers the crown of the tooth. Third is the cementum. It's an unusual form of bone that covers the root of the tooth. Last one, dental pump. Dental pump locates in the dental cavity and is composed of connective tissue, nerves, and blood vessels. Next, let's talk about the periodontal tissue. Periodontal tissue can be divided into periodontal ligament and alveolar bone. The periodontal ligament is the dense connective tissue between the root and alveolar bone. Alveolar bone, the alveolar process of the maxilla and mandible. That's all for today. Thanks for your attention.